Now coming to Venus. Venus was also born to one of the Manas Putras. Here, Venus's mother, or this Manas Putra's wife, had Asuric traits. That is, she had Tamas trait, and the Manas Putra had Sattvic trait. Now, they had many children prior to Venus, but all of the children had Sattvic traits. So, Venus's mother requested her husband that she needed a son with tamasic traits, just like her, and her lineage or the people she represented. She wanted a son to have her traits too. That's when, after some sadhanas were done, Venus was born. And Venus was more, more intelligent than Jupiter. Venus, I didn't say knowledgeable, more intelligent. Venus also represents knowledge too. And Venus's mother had a strong influence on Venus. From childhood, she kept preaching that asuras were mistreated, and there was a lot of injustice regarding how devas treated asuras. And since Venus also had a strong sense of justice, he started to support the asuras, and it was out of pure kindness. And since he felt, as his mother taught him, that asuras were being mistreated, he had a strong sense of justice that made him support the asuras. And eventually, after he grew up, he was appointed as the guru of asuras. So he is the complete opposite of Jupiter. That is, Jupiter was Deva Guru, also called as Brihaspati. Here, Venus is the Guru of asuras, and the asura who appointed him was Vishwaparva, I believe. Yeah. So he was appointed as the Guru, and Narada was involved in everything. So Venus, using all his intelligence and knowledge, and there is a saying that Jupiter has a lot of knowledge and gives a lot of knowledge, but Venus is the representer of knowledge. That is how intelligent and knowledgeable Venus was. And him being the Guru of Asuras balanced the scales of Asuras and Devas. And Venus also has another part of story, that is, Venus, when he was in his youth, he is the son of Brigu Maharshi, that is the Manas Putra, and his father, that is Venus's father, was performing tapas, or he was performing a very long sadhana, and Venus got distracted by a female and spent some time with around 600 years, I believe, with her, and lost all the what good karmas he spent all the good karmas that he was born with by spending a lot of time in sexual activity with a female. And that is when Venus was descended to Earth, or the plane where all karma, people with bad karma, good karma were born. Here he was born as a Brahmin and he performed tapas. And this tapas is very important because at the time the people had a lifespan of 5,000 to 10,000 years, the people who were born on earth, and normally people performed tapas of that is meditation of around 1,000 years, 1,000 years, and Venus performed the sadhana of Shiva for 5,000 years. And still he didn't get any results, and later on he performed 1,000 more years, a total of 6,000 years, and these 1,000 years he did by only consuming the smoke of a grain being burnt. And this is when all the devas, everyone came to watch him, and everyone went to Shiva to stop this guy's this Brahmin's what tapas, because he was becoming very powerful just by performing the sadhana of Shiva. And that is when Shiva appears and blesses Venus with Sanjeevani Vidya. That is the Vidya to bring people, to bring the dead people back to life. And only few gods had this power at the time, and the gods were all the cosmic deities, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, and the divine and the goddess, and their children. They had the power to bring dead people back, and he used the same vidya against all the devas, and he was bringing all the asuras back to life right after they were dying. And because of this, the scales were strongly indicating that asuras were winning all the wars and fights against devas. And this is when Shiva tells Nandi, the Vahana of Shiva, and Nandi was greatest bhakta of Shiva, and Nandi brings Venus, tells Nandi to bring Venus. Venus is also known as Shukracharya. Okay, I'll erase a bit. So, Nandi brings Venus, and here Venus gets digested by Shiva. And because of that, and when he gets digested by Shiva, he stays inside Shiva and observes the entire universe inside Shiva for 100 years. After that, he manages to escape from Shiva's body through Shiva's sexual organ. And this is when Venus gets the name of Shukra. Shukra meaning sperm in Sanskrit. Uh, so Venus gets the name of Shukra. He is also called as Shukracharya because of this entire thing that happened, situation. He is called as Shukracharya, and gets even more powers as he was born through Shiva, and Shiva calls him as one of his sons. Yeah, because he was born in that way, Shiva tells or calls him one of his sons too. So, this is the story of Venus. So, by all these things, you can say that Venus governs the sexual activity or the organs of humans. At the same time, he is the representer of tapas or meditation or intense meditation, not just meditation, very intense meditation, sadhana, and tantras. Tantra meaning methodology to do any sadhana. Venus governs all these things, and Venus also has a strong sense of justice and is very intelligent, which he uses against the devas to support the asuras to maintain a balance in the heaven. So yeah, I think this covers Venus.